okay. It's okay. Magic, come down. Now. 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 Let's try something small. Come back to this. Let's see what's going on. Now. 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 Being fed, Magic. Being fed. Stop being greedy. And you can stop it as well, Bear. Stop taking advantage. Greedy cats are being fed. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. A bit of white down on it. Still says no disc. Okie dokie. So what's going on here then? What's going on here? Okay, this is the disc. There is a disc. This is coming up by fault. Let's see. Go there. Stay up there. Oh, no, there is no food. You're being fed. There's a laser there. Okay. There's a laser there, that's there, so okay. So there's no fault with the laser, it could be. So it's just suddenly want to decide to say stop it there. There's no disc there. Random. Yeah. This check. I don't see how. It could be that sensor there. Could be that sensor. So it's what? Power supply over there. Video connectors there for optical connection. A couple of relays down there, a SCART connector. Okay, main board. It looks like underneath. Board on the side, a board up there. I think the top one board here is for the DVD. And that's for the DVD. Can't remember what this one's there for. Video or audio or NTSC laser display node, so I can't remember what that board there is. There's a few things down there, variable things to tweak, a lot of IC circuits, crystal filters. Yeah, IC circuits. Where's the logic circuit? Where's the logic board on this? It's got to be on the main board. It's got to be on the main board. Ooh. But unless it's a part that's actually felt completely kaput, decided. Right, it's main board there. Okay, you have to take all this off and strip it down just to get to that main board underneath. It doesn't go underneath anywhere else on this product, does it? No. So it's just stripping down most of it and then getting the part out if it's completely faulty, if that is. But it's something that's just a sensory sensor. It's the same. There's no disc there now. Often the typical thing, but yeah. Or could it be a capacitor supplying voltage over to the do a vis check on the don't look like there's any bulging capacitors. No bulging capacitors there. They look sound. It's just a common sort of thing here. It's a little wiggle, you know. Maybe I'll get one of those. What was it? 14? Was it 14 or 15 or 16? Which one? Which one was color? Which one did they use color? 16. No. Maybe I'll get one of those Apollo TV hammers, TV color TV hammers, and then start hitting the damn thing. think it's that circuit. I think it's this. That's it there. I think it's there. It's either. It's hard to say. Otherwise, the laser mechanism part is not really spare part things. It's a whole part. It's possible. It might be that. And if it's not, put something that is likely. No, it's okay. Put it in, and it's still got the same fault. And then that obviously then leads down to a logic circuit switching. Something inside that receives the commands from it, whether it's a CD, CD video, DVD, or a laserdisc. Any one of those types identifies and then sends the signal over to a logic circuit, and then that's got to go to a sensor. I think it's a sensory thing from reading the manual, a sensor, and it's probably something there. It's going there and telling it there's no disc there. Regardless, I mean, probably put a little mirror in the way, you know, as long as they'll probably still say there's nothing there. Maybe just let's have a look. It's something that always often did this, and sometimes I just turn the player on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off, disconnect the power, turn it on and off, and then it solved the problem. So it's something it's probably something caught in a loop, and it's sort of trapped in some time dimensional loop. Yeah. Oh. Let's try and think. What is there any way I can trick it? See what I do, Chief. I put 3 barrels on the shark. I'll trick it to the surface, trick it, and then I'll jab it. There's got to be a way to trick it. Otherwise, the spindle motor works. If the spindle motor was faulty, it would make a hideous loud noise. That's when the bearings wear out, and it just makes a very hideous loud noise. And the spindle motors are easy to replace; they're not a big deal. Oh, I forgot to put what's it there? The clamp. It still says no disc, but that's neither here or there. Let's see. Spare part. Spec. If only it could talk. And it says, I'm feeling a little weird down on this component. Okay, I'll repair it. Thank you. If only it could talk. Yeah, well, a cat can meow. It doesn't tell me exactly how it's feeling now, does it? You tell people today, doctors, nurses, and all that, how blah, blah, blah. You're on the telephone. Oh, let me do a checklist through to see whether or not it's paramount to send an ambulance around. Oh my God, they waste your fucking time with that shit, I tell you. Shame on them. No human compassion. So what's the funny? So this whole mechanism here, down here, all this, it's all one part of the, the cogs and everything. I'm moving it up and into position. But it's the sound of the laser when it's sliding, it's making a certain sound, a rhythm sound. That's not the usual signature it makes to detect. There's a disc there and it says disc is loaded. It's not making the usual, it's going. So, let me think there now. Is there anything in the way, anything intrusive, anything? But there's no possible way foreign objects can get in here, dust and all that. I mean, look inside a laserdisc player. I'll tell you, they're relatively pretty clean. So, unlike some other laserdisc players where their ventilation was so they probably sucked in and pulled in dust and that, and other ones look pretty like, whoa, what's all this dust inside the damn thing? So yeah, there's only a few little, and that's where it only accumulates here, and then, but it's relatively, not much dust on the top there. Crikey, I've seen more dust on other items where it's like, wow, how does this get so much dust inside? So possibly out the way. Come on, out the way, boys. Don't get in my way. Now my cats are conspiring to fuck my logic up. I'm going to try anything random. I'll try anything random. Give that a try. I wouldn't mind one of those. Let's just get a little air blower. Just give it a little blow. Good enough. Hang on. Yeah, hold on. Hang on. Well, I saw something going on there, whatever that was. Oh, the disc is spinning. That's weird. Oh, it says I got a CD there now. I don't know what I did there, but you know what they say. Hey, if it works, I'll take a bit. I'll have a piece of that. I don't know what I did there, but I just rubbed, took a little tissue, rubbed over the laser, put the clamp back down. Maybe it's something to do with the clamp. Maybe it's not pressing it down enough, pressing it down firmly. There's something funny, but run a few tests before I put it back in the rack, because it's a real pig to take this out of the rack and then connect it all up, because the leads only go so long, and I've got to get behind and do it by touch, by feel, and I think I know where this goes and that goes and that goes and that goes, and that's it. Otherwise I should have made the cables a little longer. I knew it was something weird, but it's kind of like I'm just maybe calm down for a second, come down from the clouds, get back with reality, and focus on the why it was doing that. Because sometimes, oddly, professional consumer JVC VCR that I got on the lower part of the rack, sometimes if I haven't turned it on in months, I play the tape VHS on it. When I used to put the tape in, the tape would get ejected, and I think, or it might have been put the tape in, press play, and there was no function or such. So I just popped the lid off, had a look, and then thought, why is this here? So you got the video head drum that's angled, helical scan, the thing, and you got the screws and all this other thing up near it, and the lid and all that was pretty. It's got a bit of clearance of millimeters, but the other thing that was bothering me was, why is this like this? Gave it a little prod and that, and tried to say, oh, it starts. Yeah. Got these sensory things or something or other, or it's kind of like that with the laser display, because I know it's working and all that. It's just a bit stubborn. But the other thing that needs to be fixed, or kind of attention to it, I need a monitor. I need like a little tiny screen monitor. I think I've got a little tiny screen monitor, yeah. But I need to set it up, but it's pointless, because I'll be guessing, because I've got when the laser turns round and comes on the top side to read the disc, about 1 minute 30 minutes. 1 minute 30 minutes. There's no such thing as 1 minute 30 minutes. 1 minute 30 seconds, around about 1 minute 30 seconds. The disc will have the laser will have a little stutter, and it goes back a little bit, and then plays forward again, and then hits about around 1 minute, between 1 minute 30, 34, whatever, and then it goes back again. And I think, what's going on there? That's funny. So it's probably one of these, they're little tiny things on here, up around here, I think. Up here, they need to be, there's little things to be adjusted by, maybe to counterbalance the because the disc when it's on the top side would have a imaginary slight fluctuation wobble. So it's going to have a slight, and the thing, the laser's got to be precisely counterbalanced as such to read the information, and take that information, convert it, and put it all into what's it, and then got glorious laser disc, theatrical. Yeah, you ain't going to get that on a kaleidoscope. And the other weird thing is, I'm kind of really baffled, but I'm still thinking there might be some sort of logic thing going on. It's something not far from my mind, and because suddenly the laser disc plays in reverse, like you put a turntable in neutral mode, and then you can turn the disc round, and Sputnik, and then you play it reverse. It does that. I think. So the laser goes onto the middle, and then it reads to the outside of the program content, but it's playing it in reverse, or the sound or in reverse or something while it's playing forward. Okay, if you know what I mean. Oh, and the image is upside down, just like we see with our eyes, and light comes in and it's converted and we see it, and then dyslexic people say they see things back to front. Maybe they do see things back to front, inverted, and if they do, they shouldn't have a driving license, even be on the road if they're seeing things like that. But it does something like that, and it's weird. I can't figure it. It's on the circuit somewhere on the main board, I'm guessing, because this top one up here is for the DVD. The board down the side, I think, is for the NTSC and the laserdisc function, some part of the laserdisc function. And of course, there's the main board below it, and the power supply is over here. The capacitors are all sound, they're not bulging. Haven't got anything I can see. That looks like it needs to be. But anyway, I'm going to take that again, jacked it, try it again, see if it loads. Probably won't. Oh, yeah, the disc is spinning. That's it. Reads the disc and says that's the function what it was doing, because that's the sound I was listening for. Because usually you hear a little, not on the laser disc, I don't think. It doesn't do that on a laser disc, but on a compact disc. But let me try a laser disc. Open the tray on there. So it's spinning again. Open Sesame. And so sometimes I have to do a manual changeover with the laserdisc, because I can't usually sometimes trust it to play, unless I push the go forward by about up to 2 minutes, and then it'll play okay. Otherwise, I'll just do a manual changeover. Blast from the past, eh? As it interrupted my mostly glorious laserdisc of Aliens PAL analog. Open that mostly. It really kind of like vexed me the other night. But at the end of the day, this is just an immaterial piece of electronics. Wait, it says laserdisc on there now. So obviously it'll play. The CD plays, obviously, the spindle motor play. So now it says there's a laserdisc there. So all I did was just, last thing I can remember was go in there with this tissue, just wipe the top of around the laser. There could have been a rogue hair that got stuck on there, and I didn't really give it a good look with a bit of light. There could have been a rogue piece of hair that got, I don't know. But it's done it in the past, so I can't say. Anyway, I just went in there, gave it a little wipe, and there was the little black kind of, I think it's an IR sensor or something, and I just gave that a little rub, and that's all I did. Put that, just held that down sort of thing with a little pressure, and then, well, maybe that was the key. Maybe it's this up here. Maybe it's the weight or something, and having it pushed down at a certain angle, because of the way the laser's got to go up to the disc, read, and then sensor picks it, and it says, yeah, there's a disc there. Okay, so take it out. I may try and get the other Pioneer Laserdisc player up and running today. So I've got some optical cable coming. RCA phono lead. RCA phono would be for Dolby Stereo. Left total, right total. Optical lead would be for DDS or DTS. No. Hang on. Did I get an optical lead? Oh yeah, it'd be for DTS for DTS. But I've only got there's only so many optical leads on that Storm audio thing. There's only 3 inputs. There's not enough inputs on it. The Denon's the same. It's only got about 3 inputs. Doesn't have an optical output, whereas the Storm has got an optical output. It would have been useful if the Denon had an optical output, because then I can use 3 of the optical inputs. So basically I'll be having an extension sort of thing without necessarily buying a box, you know. But it doesn't have an optical. Otherwise I'll take that optical output from the Denon, plug it into one of the optical inputs on the Storm audio, and then I'll have up to about 5 optical inputs to use. Oh yeah, optical is still in use. Yeah, believe the hype, you know. It's no myth. I think HDMI is a little overrated. Unless you're playing 7.1 or Dolby Atmos. Because who plays DTS X? And who plays Aura 3D? So, yeah, though optical is limited to the amount of content, you know, it can send out for the signal, but it's still in use. So I've got to have an optical lead connected to the other Pioneer. This one, CLD 90. What's it called? CLD 92. I haven't got my glasses. I think that says 25. CLD 925. These are one of very few first that were in when they came in the UK with this digital memory thing, you know, because you can pause a CLV laserdisc, and then eventually later it just filtered into all the other players, you know. Otherwise, I think that's a good player. I think it can play also NTSC analog, PAL laserdisc, whereas this model here can't, and this model can. It can play NTSC, laserdisc, and PCM or analog, but yeah, it's one player's. Yeah, you've got to check the read. You've got to check the little thing up the back of the laserdisc player. There's a little thing on the back up here, and you've got to read what it says. Where it says, I've got to put this lid back on here now. So it's say NTS for laserdisc. It will say NTSC only or something, and so you can't play PAL laserdisc. When you think, oh, it's a European model, no, it's not. I think this is region 4 or something on it, region 5 or something. It's pointless buying laserdisc players that are Japanese because they're just going to play. But I think something to do with the video board or something. If that were changed, swapped out and changed, was it? I don't know. Probably convert it to a multi-standard, I guess. Because there are some that like to get PAL laserdiscs. Though I find PAL laserdiscs to be some of them mostly, to be very rough in the imaging transfer. Sound-wise, they're okay, but sometimes they're not enough quality control attention put to it. And I always find the NTSC ones to be a little bit more smoother or clearer or better. Yeah, so just got to put this lid back on, and I'll test it again. But it should work. Should work now. And all the screws are there. Magic, you're being fed. Crikey, my cats are so greedy for food. Let's put it in. Probably that little jolt there is probably it's not going to make it read the laser disc. Okay. Has everybody seen that new trailer to that Ridley Scott Napoleon? Oh my goodness gracious. That's another woke movie that I wouldn't even be interested in. Oh dear, you know, I don't want to watch a movie about some nutcase going around chopping heads off. I don't care for that. That sort of nonsense was put under my nose at school history, and I think, I don't want to read this morbid rubbish. Oh, it's like sticking a horror story in front of a child. What are teachers thinking, huh? Viewer discretion, yeah. I'll read about nutcases. And the colour on that damn movie is absolutely appalling. And it looks the way scenes are set up, and you know, typically it looks like Ridley Scott's having a bit of Gladiator flashback, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't even bother watching it. I'd rather watch Alien. Yeah, they had a masterpiece there, didn't he? And he thought he could revitalise it, because all the other woke rubbish like Alien versus Predator and all that rubbish coming out, being pumped out by 20th Century Fox. He tried, it failed. And they're trying to redo it again, aren't they? With a third, kind of like a third one or whatever, but nah. The Alien thing, it's finished. If you want Alien, watch the original. Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien, if you can get through Alien 4. And that's probably where it ends. That's it. End of the Ripley story. Move on. Use your imagination. Okay? We don't need to see studios what's pumping out, you know, millions of dollars, millions. And it's a gamble whether it's successful or not. But most Ridley Scott movies don't really get a very good box office gross on most of them. Yeah. But the colour, oh my goodness gracious, the colour is absolutely appalling. They film it as it is. They're all there on location. They see real light and shadow. That makes an image. They got the camera, all these fancy technology cameras. My goodness. It's probably videoing it as it is, or maybe it's programmed and it's going to have this weird colour tint. I don't want to watch 2 hours of that weird colour tint. Can at least these woke directors give us two alternate versions? One as it actually looks in real life, and then the one with the dreadful colour. I think most people are going to pick the one with the proper colour, because that's how we see things in real life. What's the point of buying these stupid OLEDs, these stupid 4 screens, the 4K projectors, these stupid LED lights to watch a rubbish woke colour? Oh, really? They're the ones that need colour calibrating. They need to get their eyes bloody looked at. They're obviously colourblind. I like having a rant because it's the truth. It peeves off a lot of people when they take a film that's been filmed with kind of normal colour and then they completely, utterly sabotage it. Who's going to buy Titanic again? Who's going to buy Titanic again? Because they messed with the colour when they released it on DVD special edition. They turned the blue sky into seasick green. I don't see the blue atmosphere up there looking green unless I'm on another planet, Pandora. Gosh sakes. There's so many screws to put on this damn thing. Crikey. So many screws to put on it just to hold it down so it doesn't vibrate or jitter, you know, because it's going to have some sort of motion vibration. I wonder if it could be used for a bass shaker. Yeah. So unless the power supply completely fails, and well, obviously, first thing to check would be the fuse. Check the fuse on the plug, and then put a new check the fuse with a voltmeter. If the fuse is open, then it's replace it. Come back. Put a fuse in. If it doesn't power up, open the lid. Check the internal fuse inside. Take it out. Check it on a voltmeter. If it's blown, put a new one in. And if it powers up, okay. If it doesn't, or if it goes pop, the fuse, then there's something going screwy a little bit with the power supply. Otherwise, the typical thing I read on eBay, it sometimes opens and closes, and it doesn't read a disc or something like that, and it's most likely it's going to be an easy repair. But some people probably wouldn't boldly go inside a piece of electronics fearing they might get electrocuted. Well, if you put your hand around inside it like that, yeah, you probably would. Never go prodding around with capacitors, even if you think it looks like it's disconnected, because it can still hold voltage inside it. And you've got to look on, oh, this capacitor 47 volt, this capacitor 60, 100 volt or something. I wouldn't go start prodding your hand around on those pins, because you'll get a damn jolt. A little bit more of a tingle than you get from a 9-volt battery when you put that on your tongue. Oh. Yeah, give you a damn jolt, it would. I should know. I've been prodded with capacitors that are probably about the size of that. Oh, a lot of juice. And this was quite a while back when I was doing electrical assembly. So we have a little fun sometimes in the workshop. This guy came in with this and said, pressed it against my trousers, and I felt a little tingle, because he obviously knew there was a little bit of voltage in it. It wasn't gonna, he wouldn't do something, I felt it a little bit, but it wasn't, but still, and then, chaos breaks out in the workshop. Then I grab a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher and start blasting him with it. Yeah. Oh well. What is it, Magic? You're being fed. I need to take you to a cat therapist. Oh, great. No, don't try and go down that Magic. What's it now? Oh, where's a piece of, what's it? I don't want that, not it? Phoenix connector. Out of the way. Come on. I'm not finished down there, Magic. It's still down there. Just need to retrieve it. I'm out of the way, boys. Bear, come on. There's no food down there. Don't think there's food. It's a little tiny screw that fell on the floor. Uh-huh, gotcha. Gotcha. A few other little things under there. Put a vacuum clean under it. Get out of the vacuum. Out of the way, Bear, come on. There's no food. You boys will get fed in the middle of the afternoon, okay? You've had feeding. Oh, yeah. Magic, get down. Do not walk over the laser disc. Come on, down. Magic. Come on, down. You're very bossy. You're very bossy. You was like that with Sooty sometimes, but you mellowed. You mellowed out. Mellowed. I don't know why you don't try and tell Bear, hey, stop trying to be the alpha male kitty cat, huh? You got to tell him, Magic, you're number 2, or you're number 2. All right, so he's number 1, you're number 2. Bear is number 3. Lovely kitty. Nominating the alpha male. Okay, so put the lid on. I'll take it by chance. I'm going to stick it in the damn fucking rack. I'm sick and tired of this rubbish. Bear, will you get out of the way? Okay. You're hovering. Bloody hell. Can you imagine a cat hovering around something that's extremely delicate and there's like, you can't have a cat hovering around you. Lovely as they may be, you can't have that. Can't do it. If they're, they stay out of sight or out of the way, don't get in the way. That's how accidents happen. Accidents will happen. Huh. No, look at him. He thinks it's feeding. Look at that toe wagging. Now, that toe is really frustrated. He's vexed. He is really vexed. Aren't you? No, unless I had a bit of food there, yeah, you wouldn't be interested in jumping up. Come on, man, out of my way. Come on, sweetie. Come on, sweetie. Go up there then. Go over there. Very bossy. He's very bossy, Tuxedo. Very bossy, isn't he, Bats Bear? He's a very bossy Tuxedo. I'm not in a good mood. Okay, now, sick and tired of laserdisc. But it's the only format that's theatrical. Yeah. It's hit and miss when you buy small disc. The small disc, that, you know, when you buy film prints or get film prints, you get them distributed, you know, you get a bit of information about what format it is and all that. It's usually all on the film can. But, you know, these film studios, oh, they make my boil. They make my blood boil because they're rich class people, and they just want to milk the average consumer, the masses. And as for the Blu-ray formats and all that, and the physical disc, maybe possibly now going into closing or retirement. I don't really give a damn because I don't buy small media discs anymore. And whatever would be still out there available. Oh, can you imagine it'd be like Mad Max. It'd be everyone running around. Give me that disc. Give me that disc. It'd be like that sort of thing. Oh, especially if it's the all the big shops all closing, not closing down, but ceasing the. But what about CDs? I've not looked into compact discs to see if they're doing anything weird there, or vinyl discs. The word was vinyl discs are making some sort of comeback. Well, why can't they make laserdisc come back and have it back how it was? Because I like theatrical mixes. I don't like the small discs. I don't like this near field mixing. It's rubbish. It doesn't belong in the home cinema. It doesn't belong. But what is sometimes a theatrical mix, or is it a near field? They don't give you the information. They don't tell you. And there's no point playing a theatrical mix over small speakers. There's no point. It's not going to reap. You're not going to reap the benefits of it. It's like playing a near field mix on small speakers, and it's just going to sound more near field. And then all this other nonsense they do with filtering LFE. I don't know why they do that. Or sometimes, it's like the most one notorious DVD or Blu-ray is Master and Commander, the one with Russell Crowe, the sailing ships and the cannon fire and all that. Yeah, it's like the DVD is like theatrical lossless audio compared to the Blu-ray, because they completely put a filter on the low end and chopped it all down on the Blu-ray, whereas the DVD has got frequency extension going below 10 hertz or something, because the specification for the Dolby Digital or whatever the format is 5 hertz up to 20,000 kilohertz. I'm surprised they didn't put a limit on the bloody high frequency. cut it off at 6 kilohertz per steep filter. I can't hear all the top end. Oh dear. Oh, you look at a lot of mono original mixes. They're usually frequency mix filtered to only go up to a certain frequency range. Or you look at music, compact discs or vinyls or that, they're mixed kind of more or less kind of flat response sort of thing. Whereas a movie would be a slightly different sort of mix. Movie mix, that is, for the actual movie. So that, the actual, because they change it and alter it slightly for the film mix. So you hear it, think it, oh yeah, and then you put the CD on, it's like, oh wow, you're hearing more. because you haven't got competition, sound effects, and dialogue in the way now, have you? Something's got to give, you know. Okay. So that what's it's going to be turning up lead, and am I ready for that? I mean, that lead, it's going to turn up at any moment. I could just barely get enough cable up here now. Up through there. Up through there. It's getting very tight up there. If I put my fingers up there, I can feel how tight and where, you know, it's going to be very awkward to get a cable through. I can only put my fingers up there so far. I can only go so far. But looking at the opening, you know, and seeing how much opening there is, which is about roughly probably about that thick, if not a few millimeters. And so it goes up, and so there's got to be maybe the cables inside, they'll all be settled down here, I guess. So there might possibly be enough, because I've got a ridiculous amount going through the other hole. But I need another hole up there, and it's got to go in the ceiling. It's got to go in the ceiling. No if, no but, no debate, no vote. It's got to go up in the ceiling. A bit of common drainage, go up. A few bends, come along, go along, come along, come along, come along, and then come down somewhere up in the middle over here somewhere. And then I'll be able to feed more cables up there. I don't care I don't care about the appearance of the room and all that. All I care about is how it works. So that's a lot of blooming cables. There's a lot of cables there. Just to watch a flipping movie, for crying out, or listen to some music. And then you look at a server room. I think the nearest server room round here for computers and all that is nearby. It's a server room that does all the computer things, providing things all around this area. Every area's got one. They show some pictures of it. Yeah, it's fairly large-ish. And imagine how warm it must be, or air conditioning might be in there to cool it slightly, because it's got to be noisy sort of thing with all the fan things going. I've got a few other things there. I had an amplifier weird. I think it's this one. Here. It could be that one. I can't remember which now. I think it's this one. I think it's that, yeah, because I haven't moved that one. Yeah, it's this one here. Weird, because the volume that's still things. They're still at how many clicks? 1, 2, 3. 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and put in a LFE signal into there from Star Trek 3 yesterday, where the I think it was just that I noticed it, where the planet Genesis blows up and the bird of prey flies away. There's a bit of in the center, and a little bit on the LFE. And my JBL subs were making a kind of rather than a they're kind of going kind of like they were knackered or something. I know they're not broken. I knew the fault was something to do with the settings that I was experimenting with, because originally I would have the setting turned about halfway or sometimes at max, but the one thing you can't tell is what the voltage input level looks like to the output level. It should be equal level, but all this one up here powers the TCB subs, and I even had that set up like 1, 2, 3 clicks. I've readjusted it recently this morning because I'm doing another experiment, and I noticed no problem. I didn't notice any fault. Thinking, okay, so it might be just one amplifier. It's got a bit of a snag when the volume thing is set at a very low range, and but it shouldn't do that. But I can't visualize the signal that's going into it. I'm thinking, oh, is it a fault with the Behringer DCX, or is it the FBQ? And then I found, okay, I had another I could have put the other amplifier in. I don't know why I was looking around for the iNuke. I could have put this amplifier in the rack and tested it, but I was thinking it might be the same issue. But as it turns out, it's not the same issue. It could be random, sort of mass production, not doing QC quality checking on the products. But I put that in. It's got no fan in it, so there's no fan. It's completely open at the back, and yeah, it feels cool. Doesn't feel hot, so it's running without a fan. I think the fan things are a little bit overrated. I think if you kind of test these things in the real world, okay, put it through a test. I'm going to sit down for a second for a Pepsi. No, do not walk over this way, Magic. Magic. Yeah, I'll do that. It trips Magic. Whoa! It's only Pepsi. Meow, it's only Pepsi, Magic. It's not a big deal, it's only Pepsi. Yeah, it's only Pepsi. Not a big deal. Oh, let's sit down for a moment. You're on my seat, Bear. Move. Oh, I'm just going to sit down for a sec. Well, you can sit there or move off. I don't know. Just going to relax. I need to cool down before I start doing the next procedure. Oh, yeah, weird that is. Funny, very funny. So I think if you were to take the fans out, leave the back part of the amplifier open, the heat's going to vent out of it in some way, and it will vent out from the front. You know, it's got to vent out because heat moves around. Therefore, it's going to vent out. If it's mostly all contained inside, because I don't see any vital parts that could seriously get very, very hot. Otherwise, the Dolby Cat Card 150, the 150, some of those cars get very hot. I mean, very, very hot. But they don't have a cooling fan. But it would be okay if Dolby Labs had put a fan with the damn thing, to keep it a little bit cool, because they know that. Engineers know this. Heat is the worst enemy for electronics. If you can keep it cool, then it shouldn't have a problem. But I tested one of the other Behringer amplifiers, which are in the rack. Where are they? They're right at the very top there. A few of those for the HF horns, and the other ones are a little bit lower down there on the rack. I've tried that with no fan, because they got a high pitch whining sound frequency when they, because of the bearing and the size of the fan, it makes a high kind of frequency soundish. So I tried it without the fan turned on. It got a bit warm, But then I was thinking, how much of the rest of it was open? There's not much really. There's not much ventilation at the back of it, so to vent heat. So heat can flow out from the front a little bit, and heat can flow out from the back without a fan. Huh? And use a temperature gauge, a thermometer thing that you could put on there, a probe, test the heat of the tolerance of the amplifier with the lid on, with the fan running, with it or without the fan running, or whichever. Otherwise, they're kind of affordable. They're not expensive, even though I think now Behringer has stuck the prices up on that some of their amplifiers because of I don't know. They just put the prices up on some of the equipment by some of their amp. Well, put the prices up a bit. So most people will probably look for used ones or something, unless the prices come down. Get down there. Unless the prices come down lower. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I'm gonna put this in the rack. Put this in the rack now. I'm gonna put some earplugs in Magic and ear defenders on, so I don't have to. So I don't. If I don't hear your meow, it won't bother me because you're meowing me to feed me, feed me, feed me. Because cat control, cat control. They do that to mind control us. Feed me again. I'm hungry. Feed me again. They are hungry. T-Rex doesn't want to be fed. He wants to hunt. Because cats are carnivore. Like T-Rex, they're like carnivore. They want to hunt. Enjoy the hunt. Because they're predators. I mean, T-Rex might have been a nice creature, until strangely they all went. Where's my glasses? I've got glasses there. I've got glasses around somewhere else. Oh, there the other glasses. I should have gone to Specsavers. Okay. Come on. I should have only had one cat. I think I should have only had one cat. Two cats. I like cats. I like cats. They're lovely. But when you've got to do something, they think, oh, I'm in the kitchen. You think I'm going to eat? Oh, we're eating now. Oh, okay. Okay, so I've got to check the back here. Left total, right total. So yeah, the right total's over on this side. Okay, so to my right side. Just quickly visualize so I connect it all back up in the right way. Optical is very easy to find. Digital out, PCM, no, because that's the same as the optical PCM there. Well, that's optical. Hang on, that's PCM and Dolby. Okay, because I'm kind of curious. No, because you can't get AC free because it's got to go through the conversion. But it still doesn't read on the Dolby CP750, which is very weird. Okay, the MPEG is over there. The MPEG. Oh yeah, that's the AC free, which is over that far side. Okay, maybe I'll draw it on some paper so I can remember. got a weird hunger issue, Magic. You do, you've got a weird hunger, eating issue. So, it's on the left side up here. RFAC. AC3 over on the to the left, up the top. Obviously, there. L. LTRT. The video is up there. There. And yeah, I know where the optical is because I'll be able to feel it. Okay. Optical. Oh, gosh. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. Can you move out of the way, Magic? Go up there. Can you go out of my way, please? That lead there needs to come down here. Okay, that there can stay there. And that there, okay. Just that one there, right? Okay. Oh, fucking. Oh, these things are heavy. Flipping heck. There's that piece of paper. That was the video. Okay. There. Okay. That's left total, right total. And I know it's. Where is it? That's the left total. That's the right total. Okay, that's on. That's the AC3, and that goes up there. Goes up at the top, goes somewhere. What's it getting in the way there? What's getting in my way? Do that. What's getting in my way? That should be it there. That should be that there. Got that left total in miles. Where's the optical? There it is. Okay. It's fiddly getting this optical in because it only clicks in one way. Oh. Difficult getting the optical lead in. So it only clicks in one way. I'm not sure if it's that way. Is it that way? I don't know if I can pull this out. I think I'll try and pull it out. So I'm going to undo that there. Okay, it's there. Okay. the optical leads a little bugger to clip that in. It goes in one way. There we go. Okay. That video back on there. Okay. Okay. That one for RF. Oh. That's a very short lead. Okay, that's on there. And that's left total, right total. Oh. There it is. There it is. There. One. Make sure they'll check. Power lead. Ooh. And I should have a little bit of deep glue on that IR sensor. Get that under there. Should be a little bit of glue on there still. And stick that on there. The infrared. Okay. Okay. Let's put that in. Fuck it. Fuck it. Give me my fucking Pepsi. Fucking sit down for a fucking hour. Whew. Whew. Wow. That's heavy duty work, that fucking is. Fucking hell. You know what pisses me off? You know what pisses me off? I'll tell you. No, I'm going to keep it to myself. Oh, at least you get a burn off a few calories there, I think. Wow. You know what happens? I put the disc in. No disc. Oh. No, it's not going to say that. I don't know what it is with cats, but they are real scavengers. They're like, it's like sometimes we go around looking around, scavenging around. We do the same thing like a cat does. Only we're not scavenging around for food. We're scavenging around for anything else, you know. Get it for next to nothing sort of thing. Sometimes, you know, you might score, you know. I might have a few things here next to nothing, you know. Needs to go to a new home, that sort of thing, you know what I mean? So I don't think George Lucas was going to give a damn about saving the original THX. Yeah, otherwise don't you think you would have stepped in there with, you know, oh, I'll put a bid, let's do some, nah, what's it? The owner will probably say, no, I want 10 billion. It's worth it, innit? Poor George might not even have that amount, if you know what I mean. I hate bidding. But you think the universe gives a fuck about any bidding here on this planet. It doesn't give a fucking care about any of our percentage. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I know a lot of you out there viewing, you're all laserdisc people, Blu-ray, home cinema, whatever, or someone that's not even interested in myself or my lifestyle or whatever else, you know. I'm very fully aware of that. I'm not stupid. And you know what? I don't give a hoot. I don't give a hoot. You might say the same about yourselves. You know, it's like all these people, but I'm just average. I'm just an average person, just like you, if maybe I'm like you. I'm just average. What really bugs me all the time is these shady people going around on YouTube that say they're traders, and they're like, there's one person, you've probably seen annoying advertisements that always get in the way of a video. I know there's an ad blocker you can use, but there's this one shady guy called Greg Slacker or Greg Slicker or Greg Scammer. I'll take that guy with a pinch of goddamn. Well, actually, I'll take him with a bag of salt. Utter bullshit. I'll tell you, what I see crawling around on Facebook is like very salty, and I can tell that there's people like they're saying, "Oh yeah, we'll do this bid, we're doing that," and you know, I don't believe a damn thing that I am reading, because it most likely is probably the same person. He's created a load of bogus, fictitious accounts and it's just pretending just so you can pull the scam off. Otherwise, I don't give a shit how many millions or billions or trillions this guy makes. He says he does all this swimming, and then he goes trading. Oh, I don't really give a shit. I couldn't care less if the guy traded everything and then got his own space program. It'll never get him to the Andromeda galaxy in 1 hour. So dream on. Think your lifestyle's all great. Oh, but the guy's still got pressure and all that. Most of us are average. We don't have pressure. We get along quite happy. There, come on. Stop it. I'll move this over here. Okay. Oh, you put a sock in it, Magic. Otherwise, I'm going to train my cat to go after these bogus traders and all that. There's more of them on YouTube that you see all these, and they say, want to make me, you know, nobody goes out there to make videos so that they can say, take me or you or anyone else, and so you can make millions or thousands or whatever. I don't really care. I don't give a shit. I'm quite happy and I will be content with my life as it is. I'll be content. I don't care for a rich, bloody, crappy car. I'd rather push it off a cliff while it's burning on fire and watch it crash on the bottom of the cliff. I don't give a damn. I bet most of these people go around pretending. They're probably, that guy, he's in the swimming pool. He's probably gone over someone's neighbour's garden while they're still sleeping, jumps in their swimming pool, does a video, and then making out it's his swimming pool. Think about that. Huh? Think about that. Because I tell you, it's what I would do if I was going to do some scamming. And then you've got an aeroplane behind you and you say you're going to go on a trip and all this bullshit. He's probably gone to a regular airport, walking around, and then it's just like got an airplane, sets up, it does a selfie video. I'm going to be going on the airplane soon, and I'll be doing trading in a few hours in another country and all this bullshit. Otherwise, you don't see him actually getting on the airplane now, do you? And even if you do, you got to take that with a pinch of salt. Like, it's probably someone else, and he isn't rich. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about rich people. I don't give a damn about George Lucas. Even that guy, George Lucas, he susses out that people, hey, George, can you sign this? Can you sign this? Autograph this? Piss off, you fucking cunt, he says. No, he didn't say that. But that's probably, he probably wants to say that because he knows they're bogus. He knows they ain't Star Wars fans. They're just little vultures, parasites that hang around, and they'll just, you buy something like, for example, buy something like that. Average, you can get that for about what? Less than £50 £50. Yeah. If not that. Yeah. And you get people sometimes buying them for maybe someone doesn't care for Laserdisc anymore. They think Blu-ray's the creme de la creme. And they'll just sell that, and they made a mistake at the end of the day. And they'll sell it for maybe $5, and that's what these people do. They hang around looking for the cheapest item, then they buy it, and then they're hanging around. George, can you sign this? Sign this. Fuck off, you vulture. Get a job. I have a job. Yeah, they got a job like eBay, but what they're doing is completely dishonest. They do not have the right to buy something that's cheap, and then it's completely and utterly graffitied. Or, the cover artwork is ruined with a scribble all over it. I don't want to see that. One, it wouldn't be personal to me, or it shouldn't even be personal to anyone else, because you go, oh wow, George Lucas's signature. It could be fake. You can get that from and then scan it and then print it, and then copy it, and then you can fake it. It's like, I want to get that movie Groundhog Day, and those laser discs are very cheap, but most pricks have bought those copies very cheaply, and then they're all graffitied, and they're trying to flog them off at like $400 or whatever stupid price. And I'm thinking, crikey, I can't buy a decent copy of this movie without some prick trying to charge a stupid amount of money for it. It pisses me off, that does. It really pisses me off with these. Oh. Fucking traders and all that fucking bullshit today. You think animals and all the insect world and all the species give a fuck about the fucking trade market? Oh, money makes the world go around. That's bullshit. The world's been spinning around long before money makes the world go around. I don't give a damn about the saying of the word. It's bullshit. If everything collapsed, we'll still carry on. We'll still carry on because we're going to have an instinct. It'd be it's automatically built inside us. Just like a cat would. What pisses me off about owners with cats, for Christ's sake? How can their cat fucking go missing? Most people have got a garden, It doesn't take much ingenuity to make that garden absolutely cat escape proof, so no cat can get in and no cat can get out. It's easy. And then you can go to bed, rest assured that your cats can wander out in the garden or will come back into the home, depending on whether it rains or, cats are not stupid. But when they go missing for like, I mean, and it's a lovely cat, and I'm thinking how careless that cat owner is. How bloody careless they are. I mean, most people, if they're going to have an exotic type cat, you know, most people don't even get the damn thing, poor creature, chipped. And you got to keep in mind around this time, in the you know, at this moment, because fireworks and that, and keep your pets indoors. Try and keep them in a room so they don't even, so you can't even really detect the sound of fireworks and that. You just put them, yeah, I know it's kind of weird, but put them in a room sort of like, because it vexes them, it upsets them. They don't like it, they hate it. I hate fireworks as well. Can't stand the damn things. It's so bloody expensive. Just to see a bit of pyro go up there, boom, and you didn't even video it. Oh dear. Yeah. Keep your pets in this Guy Fawkes, what's it time, which is coming up. I don't know why they're letting fireworks off now. They're idiots. They buy their fireworks now because you can buy fireworks anytime during the year. They're not always sold November or time. You know, you can buy them any time in the year for you know, whatever. A little blackbird out there on the tree. Yeah, the tree leaves are coming down now slowly. The tree leaves. I wonder if it wonder the birds, and they think, "Where's all the leaves gone?" I wonder if it. A little blackbird out there. See, it's got no worries about all this. We're the only ones that worry. Nothing else worries. Think about it. If we can eliminate that, okay, everything would be pleasant and calm. Oh dear. I think we should have bartering. But that's what they do in Waterworld, isn't it? You look how chaos and chaotic that movie is. Does this look like a Dalek? Does that look like a Dalek? Yeah. It looks like a Dalek, doesn't it? Exterminate. Well, it exterminates the water, if you get my meaning, and turns it a bit more. That's better. Oh, that reading. Oh, that's good. Because they say distill water. Yeah. That's bullshit. You get a TDS reader and test it, and it's like in the red. You might as well give it to your cat. They're not going to bother, but yeah, I think too much of that's probably not good for the cat, is it? Because even a cat can think, this water, it vexes me. Yeah. Just keep my distilled water, you know, show me what's inside your fridge. Oh my God. Look at all the junk food. You actually eat this? Of course, you've got Pepsi in here. The Ghostbusters, you know, because when he opens the fridge, you see Coca-Cola. Columbia Pictures, Coca-Cola. Oh my God. Look at all the junk food. Actually, it's pineapple. A little bit of that, not too much of that, pour into a glass, otherwise it tastes very dry. And there's still water. Oh yes, very nice. A neighbour was ranting about, you know, how, you know, yeah, she's absolutely right, you know, but she probably hasn't got her own TDS reader. She saw how high that water level is. Yeah, you can survive on it, but I don't know if it changes the character or chemistry or whatever. I have no idea. Maybe my cats have been drinking too much of it. Otherwise, I've got to have 2 containers here. And I've got to do 4 what's it? I'm going to have a little snack here. I'm going to have a snack. Waste not, want not. Now you think? No, I feed. No, have some biscuits. The biscuit feeder will. I'll rattle it. And, yeah, there you go. 2 biscuits there. I'll feed you wet food later. If you go through all your wet food, you won't have any wet food. Nice magic. No, this is not food for you, magic. It's got traces of salt in it, and that wouldn't be good. Because you would, wouldn't you, magic? I don't think Bear would. Bear gets a little fussy sometimes, so. Give it a wash with water. It comes out the ground. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, you are a meower. You meow, meow. You do meow a lot. Oh, crikey. I'm going to have to look for some past videos, Magic. I have to look for some past videos where, because you didn't meow as much as, you know, when Sooty, you had less meow, less talkative. But it's nice hearing your meow. It's nice hearing your meow. Oh, crikey. Careful, bear's behind you. Bear's behind you. Uh-oh. Bear, don't think about it. Do not attack Magic's tail. Yeah. I noticed my reaction there because I heard the bleeping sound slightly down at that angle. Yeah, you don't get that in Dolby Atmos now, do you? Pour some water. Go on. Yeah, immersive audio. Yeah, right, sure it is. I think the word immersive now is a little bit long in the tooth. It really is a little bit long in the tooth, that word. Sick and tired of hearing it. Can't they use any other marketing words than immersive all the time? You know, sometimes they'll try and look for things like maybe the word in Greek or something, or Latin or whatever, and then just call it that, and then keep saying it over and over and over until people get fed up with it. Because it's a bit of a brainwashing word, immersive. Brainwashing. Nah, sheep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, have a snack. We're using immersive audio to tell the story, and yet they can't even write a bloody damn good story with screenwriters anymore. Oh. Oh dear. Dear, dear. It's like some of the equipment with the fans and such. I hear it at this angle, not that angle. I hear it down at that angle, the direct part of the direct sound of something on the fans. Yeah, Dolby Atmos can't do that now, can it? Whoops, sorry. Even if you listen on headphones, it can't fool me. Face it, everybody. Most of you are getting bored with your life, aren't you? I don't mean go out and let's top yourself. I think you are. Everybody is getting bored. Well, oh man, life is kind of like this. It's like that on this planet Earth. And we are the ones that made it this way. We're the ones. Not myself personally. If I think I'm contributing to this, or maybe you are as well, and quite a lot of you all out there as well, contributing toward this. Yes. Yeah. It's like a drug, you know. I need my aliens mostly, laserdisc, PAL laserdisc, open mat, Dolby stereo, THX sound system, drug. But it's not like illegal now, is it? A legal drug. It's funny how you define the word illegal and legal. Money, in a way, is dirty. In a way, it could be used for illegal activity or legal things. You use it for doing corruption or good things, or yeah. Sad world, isn't it? No, actually the world. No, it's sad. We are sad. Or they are sad. And they make everyone else around feel completely miserable. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I worry about all these things. You know? And I'm just like everyone else, and I just focus all that. I focus on this, and don't pay attention to it, and I'll just turn a blind eye to it. I'm aware. Everyone's aware of it. Everyone's aware. If I were to die, okay, I bet most of you out there wouldn't mind my equipment. Well, that would be the last thing you'd ever get hold of, okay? Because it'll end up in a will, going into a charity for dogs and cat rescue shelter, that sort of thing. So, otherwise there's a place called eBay. Go Google. Got to use the keywords if you want all this high tech shit. But that's only. Is it high tech? Is it high tech? I think it's just some other bullshit from all these big studios, and they say it's high tech or all this sort of bullshit. Otherwise, it's just a pack of electronics at the end of the day. For crying out loud, man invents it, thinking man wants to come along and buy it, think it's going to make his life happy. Otherwise, this little piece of invention of man invents, yeah, great. Because I like the TDS reading at the end of the day. Oh, yeah. I like that. Bear chick, will you stop? Get down. He's a sneaky tuxedo. He jumps up here and he's on the sly. He's on stealth mode. Because he's going to try and sneak up here and then grab my dinner plate. I only fed him 2 hours ago. A cat normally should have about 3 meals a day, and that's it. I only have 1 fucking meal. Oh dear. I don't know, I'm absolutely vexed. People come to my channel sometimes and they want to talk about this, talk about that. That's the last thing you're going to try and do, all right? Squeeze into. Go and try some of these gold digging old bat cows out there, for Christ's sake. God. I assure you, there are plenty of them are out there. You got to put a brown paper bag over their face with a little happy smile on it, cut 2 holes out, and then write on, "I'm really an ugly motherfucker." You one ugly motherfucker. What the hell are you? Get to the chopper! That movie Predator is like the Funhouse horror story with everyone running around the Funhouse sort of thing, and things are happening, and it's only put it in a jungle. And it's like Freddy Krueger going around the jungle. That'd be pretty interesting. Freddy Krueger and the Predator, they team up and they go running around the jungle. Yeah, got a brand new story idea. just see the. I can just picture the IMDb rating 1 or 0. God awful. Yeah, no, in Hollywood they probably would make something like that. You don't have to. You don't have to. We got an imagination. I can visualize all that without necessarily having to see it or hear it. Got an imagination. If I was a little bit good with animating things and that, I would manipulate an image and turn it into something and just make a fun video. But I'm not very good at animating. But put the idea to someone else that's good with it and say, how about this? I have a storyboard here. I can draw things, yeah, but then have a kind of script, and then we'll go over that and make it funny, and then yeah, people have a laugh. It gives people a little takes the edge off of life, a little bit of stress, you know, and that, you know, you've had a laugh, you know. Oh, look at him! He's sticking his nose into the empty. He's turned into a scat. He lives in a nice home. He's like a scavenger, a cat that's scavenging around outside. That's what they do outside at night. You just go scavenging on the hunt. He just goes scavenging on the hunt. T-Rex doesn't want to be fed. He wants to hunt. Okay, where do I put this lever? How many of these I've got? I've got a bundle in a bag, a bundle of these. But I haven't got any more of those, what's it you plug into? That rack in the room is absolutely chock-a-block. This rack looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Because one of the caster wheel broke. And it's it'd be a real pig's ear to dismantle all the equipment and then probably redo it, redress it and all that. But then spot weld the but it's probably break again, you know, due to the weight load. But as long as it's there, this should be pushed back. But I can only push it back a little bit. So many bloody cables there. I don't care what the cable management looks like. You want to look at Dolby Labs on one of their systems, in one of their preview rooms. Their cable management is very unattractive. So I think cable management might be a little overrated. As long as it's connected, as long as it functions, as long as it works, who cares? As long as the equipment is mounted in the front is okay. You know, it's not going to move. And yet these audiophile, these videophile people, whatever, they buy these fancy hi-fi rack things for their amplifier that costs $80,000. I could buy a shitload of amplifiers for that price, or less than that price. You know, I'm kind of curious if Amir has tested. I like how the sound changed when I come in this room. How it changed. Why put this in the what's it? I need to tidy some things up, but I'm not motivated. I'll just put it down there. Fuck's sake, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. I think that film finished. I think the OLED switched off automatically. No, it's still on. Ooh. Yeah, just press play. Start the movie up again. Otherwise, there's a screensaver moving around on the OLED. Yeah, screensaver, so saves the screen. Oh dear. Oh, there's my Pepsi. Or the Pepsi. My Pepsi. Well, I don't know if it's my Pepsi, but could be someone else's Pepsi. Those lights are bright. Sometimes these light strips, the little strips for the LEDs, they sometimes go faulty. They only last so many hours. You just get another one and just connect it back up onto the what's it? And then sometimes the power AC DC power converter fails, and you just put another one in. It's not a big deal. But I like to change those lights so they're a bit shallow profile because they're about that thick. And just change it to something a little bit shallow. Will it make my life any better? No, it won't make my life any better. More things change, the more they remain the same. So I'll try the laserdisc in a moment. I'm just trying to telescope, hardly use it. Well, it's a good telescope, an average good telescope, so I could go out and it's a bit of a hump. Pick it up, take it down, set it up. Oh yeah, I've got very few hours of setting it up. I've got very few hours because you've got to get the coordinates of your location, and then you've got to put those coordinates into the computer on the telescope so it knows where the location is, and then you do what's called a I think you could do I think it's 3-star location. So you've got to find one specific star, then the next, and then a third, and then it goes in the memory, and then it can track and move. So if you want to look for such and such in the sky, yeah, it would then coordinate and then track, and then all you have to do then is look through, and it's like, wow, it's there. A friend knew because he had quite a bit of experience. He's been doing. I kind of inspired him, I think, because I had a telescope years ago, and then one day he sort of got into it, and he's been doing it for quite a while. And he showed me where Orion Nebula is, and I thought, wow, or Orion's belt, or whatever it was, I can't remember. Orion, wow, it'll look better than an OLED and a bloody 4K garbage trash from Hollywood, I'll tell you. Even though it appeared kind of black and whitish due to the distance, I could still see the like a dust cloud or something. And I was like, wow, absolutely wowed. That's millions of light years away. I think that was up in the sky. I think it was somewhere due in the south that way. Sometime when we were looking, it was somewhere due south. I think Venus usually comes up around about this time now in the year. Very low in the horizon over that way in the morning. Yeah, it's Venus. Trying to find my other glasses. I should have gone to Specsavers, you know. Oh, fucking hell. Glasses, they grow a pair of legs and then they go walking. They're like Transformers. Yeah, there they are. There's one pair. I don't need that one. I need the other ones because these are for short distances. Though sometimes my eyesight, I get focus. I can't figure it. If your eyesight's completely and utterly kind of knackered, it shouldn't really kind of focus again on very short distance things, you know. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm kind of a bit puzzled. I'm thinking it's kind of one thing, it's something to do with oxygen. Something to do with oxygen, I think. It's very hard to prove. Yeah, unless I'm in a lab with a lot of things all rigged up. Isn't that right, Magic? I'm going to, whoa, that made me dizzy, that did. Whoa. Made me dizzy, that little turn did. Oh dear, where'd I put the other glasses? I'm not wearing them on my head, am I? No. I grew a pair of legs and walked off. How about that? Imagine that. Walking glass. I'll tell you what you need on things is what they used to have on, I think they still do them, on key rings. A little thing when you whistle and it bleeps. And you hear where the sound is. They should build those things into remote controls automatically. So you whistle for the, and then you got a load of random remote controls bleeping, and you think you're looking for the specific remote, or it's voiced by a certain word, and then it starts making a bleeping sound. If you know what I mean, that's possible to invent. That is very, very feasible. Because most people often, you know, a remote control goes mysteriously missing, and you buy an item, no remote control, because it probably ended up getting stuck in the sofa. Yeah, or the dog picked it up and walked off with it, or the cat did and hidden it somewhere, which is what my cats have done on something. I think Bear, he's picked up a few items and then walked off with it and hidden it somewhere. I've still got to find where that other item is, which I've completely forgot about now. I don't know where my other glasses are. You're not sitting on my Magic. No, you're not sitting on them. Tidy this mess up, for Christ's sake. Move these back over here. Glasses. Hey, glasses. Long distance. Long distance. Where are you? That's what they're called. Long distance. Hey, long distance. Want some food? Okay, now where did I put them? They're only so in there. I wouldn't have put them down anywhere low, so they'd be somewhere at this height level. Can't imagine them being over that way. Must have gone in the bedroom with them. Aha, there they are. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll load a laser disc up. Aliens mostly. Oh, this better play. Oh. Oh. It better say LD. Bingo. Yeah. So if you've got a laser-disc fault, maybe don't be too scared. Go in there, give the laser, go in there with a little lint-free cloth or something, or whatever, tissue, whatever. Give it a little rub, not roughly, you know, just give it a little rub, or maybe have some air. Psst, psst, psst. Give it a few blasts. There might be some rogue dust on there, or hair, or it could be something other. It could be gremlins. I'm so hot now. I can turn the air conditioner on for a little while. It's okay, so I don't have to have to wash it outside. It's still vent, but as long as I only use it for a couple of minutes. Oh, cool down. Oh, wow. That refrigerated. That's a great invention. That's a great invention. Otherwise, you'd be climbing the wall. Oh, when I didn't have an air conditioner and I go down the shops for a hot heat wave day and just to get some more ice cream, I was so tempted to jump into the fridges that are open. You know, the where you look around and you pull them out. I was so tempted to just jump inside it. It was driving me up the wall. And then I'd go around, open the other ones, and the cool air come out. Oh. Otherwise, that refrigerates and makes the air cold very quickly. Whereas a fan just is, it's just going to push warm air around or cold air, whichever. It's not going to. It does that, which is a relief in a way, but. Oh, laser. Oh, gosh. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Don't know how I'm going to figure that out. You know, it's like Apollo 13. You know, they say, well, we're going to have to figure it out, you know. It's something that happens, and it's like, this wasn't on the checklist for today, and this is new. How we got to solve it? Yeah. Wow. Look at the photochemical effect. Wow. The only flaw with the visual effects there, the only flaw with it is because it's tracking everything and doing lighting and everything and superimposing chemical superimposing, and that is that the subject itself sometimes is slightly transparent, and if you know what to look for, you can see it sometimes. And yeah, I can see the Enterprise there, and I can see it slightly transparent with the background plate. You got a background plate and you got something that's on on it. And if I were to look at that again, I know it's there. And if I look at it again, play it again, and take the glasses off, not that it's make a difference, and squint my eye, just squint my eye a little bit. Um, couldn't really see it, really, to be honest, because I'm reducing the amount of light going into your eye. And sometimes, if you turn down contrast or maybe the brightness level, you minimize that transparency. But I don't like CGI; it's soulless. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, that's impressive. It's all blue screen there. They're looking at nothing. They're just reacting to a blue screen. And it looks, once you get all the geometries and the calculate all that and the scale. And it's like wow, it looks like the Enterprise is outside there in a vacuum in docking, and you're watching it. Uh, mm. Otherwise, these movies are pretty successful. They lasted. Otherwise, they could have ended with Star Trek: The Motion Picture, or or ended with Star Trek Two. Literally ended there. They tried doing it, revitalizing it with that stupid CGI Star Trek, and yeah, where's it now? It's kind of everybody's forgotten about it now, haven't they? There's what they're other directors out they want to try and do it like Quentin Tarantino. Oh God, it stuff that director. He's overrated. What's he going to turn it into a load of bucket mouth swearing all the time? Yeah, I don't think people want to. Gene Roddenberry be rolling around in his grave. 'Cause that's what some people, well, you can imagine, you just do a parody version and just put a load of bucket mouth swearing with it, a lot of stupid Pulp Fiction with it. And then you just completely and utterly ruin the whole damn thing. No, nobody wants to care to watch it, least of all me then, because it's completely ruined. I mean, what is really something good that works? Something that's made and it works. It's really good. It works. It appealed to literally everyone. Um, Otherwise, I don't understand why the ratings on IMDb are a little bit low. They should be pretty high. And that CGI lens flare should have an absolute zero. It's soulless. It's just a hack. Jar Jar Abrams. He can't do anything that's original. Why doesn't he just film his home and his kitchen, his toilet, or his garden, film that, and then just put that into a 2-hour movie with a lot of lens flare? Uh, well, you have to take something that was good and then, oh dear. I'm surprised they didn't. I'm surprised they didn't take those actors and then turn it into a TV show. It probably wouldn't have lasted long. But then neither did the originals, the TOS after so many, and then the Syndicate. It started appearing again on TV, and everybody was completely glued and hooked. Whether they liked science fiction or not liked science fiction, they were hooked. Because I've seen people coming into a Star Trek marathon at Empire Leicester Square and sitting next to me, and this was probably during the third movie, Star Trek 3, or maybe if not Star Trek 4. And he wasn't into he just likes good movies or science fiction or something, but really wasn't into Star Trek, as far as I can remember what he told me. And then we just stayed quiet, and then we're just watching and listening and all that. Uh, what did it? What appealed? Why did this show appeal to me? Maybe it's a total, maybe escapism from reality, or maybe it's almost like the same problems we have, only it's set in a science fiction fantasy world of outer space. Otherwise, you look at the cliches and they're always the same. I've got an uncle And he says, oh gosh, how can you watch all this death and destruction? He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. He'd probably watch it once and then probably wouldn't care to watch it again because he doesn't see any value in it. It's just a load of death and destruction. There's enough of that going around. But I don't know why we're hungry and we've got this unusual, oh, the cat litter. I've got to do the cat litter. Oh, gosh. Oh. Okay. What is that? I like the way Captain Kirk. Captain, we're receiving a hailing frequency. There's trouble at New Liablium XT1. And he hits that control. Bang! Red alert. He always often, I've noticed in the show, he kind of gets his hits the damn thing, doesn't he? Because it probably kind of pisses him off, that, oh, fucking hell, I've got to do this shit again. Bang! Red alert. Oh, that's how I do it when I turn the light switch off. I've got to handle the cat litter. And I'll just hit the light switch. I'm going to break it one day if I do that. Oh, dear. And I've got something else to fix. Oh, dear. You see, my cats, they're relaxed now. They get on. They know they're fed and they'll relax. They'll calm down. They calm down. Oh, isn't the weather so wintry outside? Well, at least it's not baking hot. I could go out. If I want to. Take my cat out. Take Meta Bear out on the bike. Maybe, just go down to the boiler room. Get some LP records because there's something about going into a record store and buying an LP, having a look what selection they got. There's something about it gets you out, whatever, look through what selection they got and think, oh, that tickles my fancy. Oh yeah, this is a very popular one or whatever. Otherwise, that last LP ones I bought, Jima Amazona, or I think it was Amazona, and the other one was Oxymor, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I couldn't just get into the music. It just seemed so dark or morbid or very dull. It didn't seem to have very bright sounding, like some of his earlier works. Maybe it's a sort of kind of mellow one, just sort of, or maybe because the You shouldn't mix politics with music or music with politics. But it does depress me. I don't think I'll do any smoke machine today. Not in the mood. Surprised you can't get high on that smoke. Wow. Oh yeah, I loaded bloody laserdisc up and completely forgot. Stop this. Crikey. Yeah, I do like DSP. You notice I say I do like. I never say I love, because how can I love that? I can't love that. It's immaterial. I can love my cats. I can like my cats, but I can't love this or love that movie or love that Blu-ray or I love that movie. I love that music. I like that music. You can't love it. What, taking it to bed with you? Maybe. And then you listen to it in bed, don't you? And you love it. Are you caressing it and stroking and petting it? Are you? Love that music. I love those OLEDs. I love those project. Oh God, it's immaterial. It's not going to give you any love and affection back. It gives you entertainment value if you want that sort of thing, but it can't give you affection. Okay. So I like how a Behringer DCX loudspeaker management can manipulate the the screen speakers. If I wanted to use them for the other surround speakers, but that would be extremely enormously expensive because of the amount of amplifiers that would be needed. 3 amplifiers per speaker. How many of them I got? I got enough in here to actually fill. I got enough cinema JBL in this room to do a 400-seat auditorium, and that's bragging rights. You think, 400 seats, and I've only got 6 in there. Actually, I could fit maybe 2 more seats at the very least. But that means raising that up at the back a little bit higher, and this one slightly, and then put 2 more seats. And maybe I can't have this here. I wouldn't be able to have that, or maybe I would want to have that because it would be partly beneficial to the sound reproduction, the sound field, and all this sort of thing. Because there's not much you can do with a concrete floor now. Plus, it would be a pain in the ass to drill through into the concrete floor to mount the fittings into it, and then put the seat in position, and then put the screws in place, and then the seat is anchored. It's too much pain in the ass. I would only need 4 screws at the most. I wouldn't need. I think the holes for the seats are about 6 holes. Well, I wouldn't need 6, only 4. Crikey! What am I building? A bloody house with it? But that's not going to happen because then if standing up at the back, you're going to get too close to the ceiling. So that's not going to happen. But I could put 2 more seats in this room. 3 would be a little bit awkward. So 2 would have to be kind of, so they'll be kind of near to the middle here. So 1 seat. So it wouldn't be 1 seat, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it'd be kind of like in the middle sort of thing. So otherwise it gets a little bit awkward when the room is very small with the distance from the speakers, and it gets a little bit awkward here in the, most people wouldn't care, most people wouldn't. Yeah, if they can hear it, but they're not really listening for detail. They can just hear it. They don't care. That's how you do a Pepsi or a Coke or whatever. Put a slice of lemon in there. I think the ice cubes are already done in the fridge, freezer. Ice cubes. Yeah. Wow. Laserdisc. Okay, so yeah, I can just reach there. Where is it? It's on that mode. Turn on the zone. Select the zone. Well, I've gone past it. Go slow. Sony Blue, that's it. Not that it does say Sony Blue. I need to rewrite the what's it on there. That's configured now. Go on to Dolby Stereo. I've got to go onto the Storm Audios. What's it? So I've got to click up here on the remote. So I've got to make sure the settings on the Storm are set to analog 5.1 input or 7.1, depending on if I run DTS, ES 6.1. Or I can't remember what movie that was on Laserdisc. Is it on Laserdisc or was that on DVD? I can't remember. Oh gosh. Form audio settings, input settings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's already set. So you've got to use a touchscreen on a laptop, which is kind of like if I say, I'll keep saying it again until I'm blue in the face. They should have made this screen a touchscreen. They should have made it a little bit larger and then had the functions for the inputs, yeah, and then the sound formatting. So it function more or less like a professional Dolby CP200 or 500 or SDDS, When you've got a blinking button like that, okay, means you're ready to switch over to that format, go from one format to another. And it's literally instant, it's instant. None of this lagging delay that you get with all this equipment now. A friend of mine was saying to me today, I found this such and such in the loft and it's okay, it looks okay, but he hasn't tested it. It's been a while since he powered it up, and you never know, because humidity, heat, temperatures and all that build up, and it can affect components sometimes. But if it's kept dry, then yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. But he says, that you get a lot of these electrical things today and they're just completely useless. And I say, yeah, it's true. They are useless compared to something that was made a while back. It's like, okay, So what? So what if it lacks Dolby Atmos? Big deal. new stuff can't even do all the Dolby format codes. And all they want to give you is what they want to think is now all better. But it's not. It is not. It's worse than what it... Oh, it's absolutely dreadful. You can't play Star Wars back on a laserdisc on a Storm or a Trinov. It's not going to sound right. It's even worse on DTS Neo on the DTS CAD. I played Star Wars on there, and because I thought I completely forgot because the signal is still going PCM signal from the laserdisc player as well as the left total, right total from the output RCA are still coming up onto there, and over on that format there, that's where it's connected to the DTS, and then that one will be connected over to, if I use the Panasonic. The other modes there can't be because one of them is AES, and that needs a cinema digital package thing, and there's no point me getting any of that. Otherwise, there's just a few modes on there where I can use. I think it's optical. No, digital number 1 is AES. I think that one there, that mode there is. Can't remember what that one is. I think number 3 is digital sort of thing, but on the what's it? I can't remember. Number 4 is connected to an optical, or I think you can only have optical or coaxial electrical. I think it's optical. Anyway. Providing that's okay, and it's going to talk, because sometimes that I've got to turn it off and turn it back on again. Gets a little faulty sometimes, weird. I'll measure this up. Right, thanks.
They don't kill you! They don't kill you! She's alive! She's alive!
All right! I believe you! She's alive! No! We've got to go! Now!
Got to do a sound alignment. Or do I? Maybe a little minor alignment.
Get up!
Wow.
Cloud of vapor the size of Nebraska.
I have 15 minutes.
Can't do visual search like that on a Panasonic, or what's it? Can you? It's not that quick now, is it?
To reach minimum
Hail Laserdisc.
safe distance.
Wow, I just like the sound editing on this movie. Wow. How do they vote? How does something win an award? You know, what are their criteria standard for awarding it? The thing they don't usually advertise now is what I often saw in magazines. It was called Premium Magazine. I don't buy it anymore. It was something I bought during the 90s, I think, late 80s and the 90s, occasionally then. Premium Magazine. And I was looking through it in a shop. I saw this magazine and all magazines on the shelf, porno magazine as well, because they usually put those at the very top there so the little children can't get hold of them. Otherwise, they'd be looking, look, mummy, wow, it's just like you, mummy. It is you, mummy. um, um, yeah, and I was browsing through it and wow, looking at all these interviews and all this and tech people and all this and that, blah, blah. That's when I kind of was interested in it. Now I'm not, I don't really give a hoot about Hollywood now. Okay, I was thinking, wow, this looks interesting. Oh, wow, I like that. Oh, yeah. Best all recorded and mixed in Dolby Stereo sound achievement and all this. And I think, wow, you got the little titles of the movie title of the actual text graphic design of the title. Like things like the Deer Hunter, or no, it was like no Star Wars. I think Deer Hunter, Apocalypse Now. Um, Can't remember what the other one be. That'd be 1980 now, will it? 1980. It was all the ones that won Best Achievement in Sound. I thought, wow, that's interesting. That it went all the way up to something like I think the latest one was Glory. Um, you don't see advertisement like that anymore. I think Dolby Labs they got a poster or something probably in one of their hallway lobbies or whatever with those sort of things. But you don't see the ones for best sound editing and that. Otherwise, Aliens I think it's got a good sound mix and good sound editing to it. I think it's probably better than the other movie that won. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it's Platoon or because I don't know what they did with that sound mix on Platoon on the DVD. Whether it's the same snag that I might hear on the laserdisc, or I didn't notice it in the cinema because I only saw it once, and that's what got me hooked. That's what then looking around the auditorium, that sort of thing, and I'm paying more attention to it. Or the word would be I'm acknowledging. And thinking, what the blimmin' hell's a helicopter doing in this auditorium? Because it kind of sounded realistic. In the acoustical sound, like not like a helicopter that's very nearby, and because it'd be extremely loud, but it sounded like it's like a bit of distance up in the air, sort of thing, but acoustically sounding in the auditorium, and it sounds like it's moving along the speakers on the surrounds, but it's not. It's just what they call a time delay. You get this Hass effect, and you get this movement of sort of thing, and sounding as well as overhead as well, and because it's all playing the same sound, and it had this movement, and then it comes on screen with the helicopter, and I think, wow, that's pretty impressive. I think how did they do that? If I'd not seen Platoon, I wouldn't be into. I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't have been interested in projection, or I wouldn't have been interested in any of it. You see something in and it gets you hooked. Whatever it is, whatever. As long as it's good. As long as it's good. I mean, not good good, not evil, not twisted or. Look at these little buggers, bloody xenomorphs. Haven't they got a home to go to? All they doing there is stalking blooming Ripley, for crying out loud. Hey, Ripley, we want you. Join us, Ripley. Resistance is futile. Join us, Ripley. No, no, leave me alone. And the little girl, leave us alone. No, we want you. We want you, Ripley. Oh dear, wow. Hey, back off or I'll torch these eggs. Oh, okay. We'll negotiate then. Okay, back off. Come on. She's got a flamethrower. All right, you. Come on, TK421. Back off. Hey, I'm watching you, Ripley. I wonder if the Queen uses telepathy or something. Or maybe the egg just happened to open up, the egg. Look at the size of those damn things. That's what you need for a Halloween party. An egg. And you just put it on and just pull it along on a cart, wearing a face hugger on your face. Look at that still frame. Wow. Oh yeah. She hears the and thinks, okay, we're not negotiating now, are we now? Flamethrower. Roasty, have a roast. Oh. Wow. Wow. Well, I should be getting an item today, I think, but it's probably a little bit delayed. Probably the very least tomorrow or the next day. It's okay. We don't have to panic. If you don't get a delivery, you can always get a refund. God damn it. Yeah, I can't know where exactly. I can't know exactly where that is at the moment. Unless they got a postal strike again. Oh dear. Where's the bounty? Oh, it's still sailing. It's still sailing. We are sailing. We are sailing across the ocean. We are sailing. So the bounty's still. I think it's doing the grand tour around the United States from the look of this. Why didn't they just stick it on the bloody aeroplane and mail it, for crying out loud? It doesn't have to tour the United States, for crying out loud. It goes this depot up here, and then it does and it goes down this way, and then it goes back up that way a little further, and it does and it goes, and it does a U-turn. What the bloody? Oh, wow. Just stick it on the bloody airplane what state it's in, yeah, and just take it and get it. That's what they're doing it. But you got to go through procedure. You got to go through all these procedures. Oh dear. So otherwise it's sometimes they're like, it's like in this country. It's like taking a tour around the country. This package has been well dear. Oh, look at that open map. Look at that open map on Aliens. Wow. Open map. So if I look at the the letterbox version, DVD or laserdisc, the other letterbox or the Blu-ray, otherwise you might as well just put black masking. Mask it. Yeah. I got a thing. I kind of like the whether it uses a spherical lens or it's open matte, or it uses an anamorphic lens. And James Cameron, he's not really into anamorphic now, is he? Don't know why. He's not really into the anamorphic lens changing and all that. Yeah, he does all these long hours and all that, so it's not going to hurt now, is it? Change lenses, set things up. That's all these shots. That's all they are. They're just shots. Camera in a still position, or it's on a dolly track, and it makes a little move, and the camera's all set there, and everything's storyboard, and then you edit. Then you've got miles of film, and then you just put it into editing. And trying to work out where you're going to put the sound mix in, the sound effects, and all that, and then then go through the process of that, and then I think a film is the complexities to putting it together. It's a bit more complicated than making mass production of Pepsi or Coca-Cola. The ingredients that go into all the flipping details and everything, all the people, all the talent, art and crafters of the industry, of what it was probably once good at. But now it's all CGI, it's all soulless. That's pretty impressive how they did that. I don't know how they did that. That's one Cinefex article. I haven't got Cinefex. I haven't got Aliens because during the 90s or something, the Cinefex Aliens edition was pretty pricey because they sold out and it was pretty pricey, and average pricey like 50 or 60 or 80, something stupid like that. When the average the visual effect magazine often sold for maybe about £5 or £6, and it just got like really extremely expensive. I don't know how they did that effect where they kaboom, I'll say we nuke it from orbit. Why am I switching through the bloody channel audio? Nuke it from orbit. Wow. That's pretty clever how they did that effect. I'm kind of guessing maybe a very bright xenon lamp or something underneath and filming. Only lasts a few seconds, so it's like, how do they do that? Good, because you only got a few seconds there to look at, and it's like, how do they do that? Got to read the Cinefex, and then they'll say how they did that, achieve that effect, or Google it, and there'll probably be information there that says how they did that. It looks like cotton wool or something, or with some orange, very bright arc light underneath or something, and something. Maybe it's actual smoke. Or maybe it's a cloud tank effect. Only one of those, I think. It's clever how to do it. Just got to put a lot of strobe lights in a movie, and you've got a mega hit. And then use a bit of styrofoam on the floor. Use a bit of toxic or glue or something that will melt it, and pretend it's acid for blood. What's that? What's that? That's what it looks like. Looks like when you get polystyrene, you got glues or such, and you accidentally get it on there, and it kind of dissolves through the glue, through the polystyrene or something, the styrofoam or such. Wow. I've still got this on the wrong aspect ratio. It looks a bit stretched. Is that going out or in? Bring it in. No, it's going outward. And just bring it inward a little bit. Just bring the image inward slightly. That looks okay. Wow. It's great to get that laserdisc player back up and running. Yeah, no, I can't say, I just get, things just vex me, and I just rant. I just like ranting. Because other people, they just stick to the topic and all that. The topic. What is that? A sweetie bar, I think, topic, isn't it? A topic. That's a sweetie bar. Don't really like it. It's kind of chewy chocolate toffee with hazelnuts or something. Yeah, that's topic. If they still make that sweetie bar. Yeah, that's topic. Staying on topic. I'm staying on topic. Whoa, it's puppeting and full scale alien, and it's mind blowing. Well, have a few swings on that. There she goes, the bitch. Wang. She's using the heavy. She's using the tail tactic. Can you imagine that? If she wasn't in that power loader, I think she'll get knocked flying when that hits you. Boom! It's going to send you flying. And it'll probably, because it's the way the tail, it's very sharp and sort of, so yeah. Wow, that's a scary alien. It looks so, whoa. This movie, absolutely. When I first saw it, um, whoa. It's not like I went and saw it again, or second, or third, or what. So, um, I'm viewing it now over and over and over. If I saw it back at the cinema, with how things are set up at the cinema, I would have gone back and saw it again, because there wasn't anything else entertaining on TV. If you get my idea, if you get the understanding of my idea, there wasn't anything entertaining. They didn't have TOS Star Trek on at the time, so it's like things that cater. They cater. You've got to find things to cater for. Cinema was good. I mean, the sound was, beats the bloody sound on the blimmin' TV at home. I can tell you that. And now, it's like it's all turned around. It's like the home cinema is now turned around and turned back on cinema, and no one really gives a damn a hoot about cinema, because cinema is not really cinema anymore. It's the exact same thing as what I got in this room and anyone else's room. It's the exact same thing now. It's all on a hard drive, or download, stream it, upload, whatever. Unless you find a real cinema. And there are very, very few of them around, and they're very hard to find. Otherwise, all these cinemas that are digital and all that, blah, blah, blah. Damn, you can rent a cinema. You can rent it. It costs you a few grand or two to rent a cinema. You could say, oh, I got this requirement. Okay, I know you can fit this in. I know you can fit a laser disc player in, etc., and all that. And I know you can do all that, because they got all the patch bays and all that nonsense there. If they say, no, we can't do that, they're bullshitting you, okay? After all, of course, you're renting, so that's your requirement. Otherwise, you're hiring partly the auditorium, and you're hiring all the seats. Otherwise, they could fill those seats if they can fill all those seats, which they probably don't now, because you go to most auditoriums and you can see they've got this movie in. You can go and have a peep, and you go there the next day and have the same peep again. It's like, it's not filling up very well, it's not doing very well, And that was the same trend that went through the 80s, or when maybe through the 1950s, when TV was around and people were staying at home, and they got to find a way to lure everybody back in. But I'm afraid their goose is cooked now, because they're not going to fit a 35 or projector in, a typical cinema downtown. They're not going to do that. There's only one cinema in the area that does that, but I'm not very keen on the aspect ratio on the image size of the screen. I'm not very keen, and especially the ticket price, £20 or £25. I'm not paying that. It's too much. Otherwise, I'll be paying less than that and go an Empire Leicester Square back in the 1980s and 90s and getting far better quality. Yeah. Gradually, it's just going to fade out. It's inevitable. Laserdisc will fade out, and then eventually you won't be able to get a damn Laserdisc player, because there aren't going to be any of them left on eBay to sell. Everyone's got them. How many of them? I think maybe I should buy a few more. Just keep them for backup. Because I kind of treasure the Laserdisc better than I would with some of this 4K UHD rubbish. I'm not being like anti or I hate it. I just don't like what the studios are doing to it, and treating me personally, myself, like I'm an idiot. I don't like being treated like a cash cow. Moo! And if anyone else likes to be treated like that, or you're gullible to buy those bloody discs all the time, be my guest. Makes you happy, buy them. I still like these end credits on Aliens. Damn, that picture transfer looks pretty good. I can hardly see any rainbow colour flicker in it, like I did on the other Aliens that I was looking at the other night, a few nights or so ago. Oh yeah, and that just reminds me, there's no chapters on there. Whiz back, look for that scene again where Ripley was holding the flamethrower. That's it. I think I can do that there. Search now. Where she was holding the flamethrower and the alien was looking down on her, and then you got this metal floor underneath with this lighting. I'm pretty near now. That didn't take long to search for it. There we go. Yeah, it's a bit of a different colour underneath here. There, I can see where. Hang on. There. I think it was that shot there, where she's looking up and the alien's looking down, and the imaging was flickering because of the complexity of the transfer and the imaging of projection. You can't see it very clear on the OLED. Maybe if I turn the brightness down on the image. So turn it down slightly, a little bit. But there's a metal floor, and I've got to get in close, but I can't really get in close. Just see it there, all the metal grid floor, and it was all flickering. It was so distracting. But that's just one of those typical floors, But on this transfer, I don't see any of that. It looks okay. See, it's some video engineers, they know how to do transfers. I think that's my philosophy on the thing. They know how to do these transfers, and I think some of the engineers will maybe today they're probably kiddies. You know what I mean? Kiddies, and they shouldn't be anywhere near any of this equipment, anywhere near it, much less the industry, because they obviously completely messing it up. They don't deserve the job because they only end up wrecking and ruining it. Yeah, but most of all these good engineers that did maybe good transfers back then, they're all retired now. And they're probably sighing, watching all this crap, thinking, oh, fucking hell, I could do a lot better than that. But it's still, this video transfer does still have a little minor transfer, snags in some other part of the, because of the complexities of shapes and how the film is moving and the camera that's videoing it, and it's, you got to match everything, get the frame rate, so it doesn't have these artifacts. It's like I fumble around sometimes with my Sony Handycam to get, if I change the frame rate of the video projector, would have loads of color noise all over it, and I've got to match it, and then adjust the ISO, the other settings, and then look at that, and then think, does that look near? And I think that's about as best as near I can get it. If I tried using the camera phone, I've only got a couple of settings to adjust, and neither one of them kind of get it right. I tried to take a picture with the DSLR camera with the smoke, because I can see all the light beams all coming out nicely with the projection light in the background nicely. I can see that, but still, it's too hot. It should be that size, but it's about that size in the brightness, so it needs to be adjusted until I got it like spot on. Oh, and then just getting it just about spot on, and then the battery says low battery, get another one, you idiot. Total was it True Lies in the guy's video, and then the battery is shaking, oh, what is it, battery flat, get another one, you idiot. Yeah, that always happens. Oh, crikey. Otherwise, RI sees it okay, and it's just working it out. Just working it out. Sometimes when I go outdoors and I take a picture of, say, if there are trees in the background, and I know there's quite a lot of light glare in there, and it's kind of washing out the image a little bit, and sometimes I just use the flash, put the flash on, set everything, take the picture, and then I compare the two, and it's like, the one with the flash there is kind of partly making that shadow there under the tree there a little bit more clearer, whereas the other one wasn't. Because if I change the the ISO level, it was just making everything. Yeah, so I just sometimes use something to trick it. Otherwise, taking pictures of the stars, you got to have that camera tripod mounted. You can't, hold it with your hand. You got to get about a 30-second exposure or something. And your hand's going to move slightly, and the slightest movement, then that picture's going to come out terrible. I like to get a picture of the stars where everyone else is getting a nice picture of, but they got a bit more longer exposure time. You see all that, that Milky Way nicely. Oh, wow. Our eyes can hardly notice it. Maybe if you get a bit high up at altitude. So have I got a power leads thing for that other laserdisc player? So I need a Wasset lead. I've probably got one of those in a bag somewhere. I've got kettle, the 3-pin ones, the 2-pin ones. So we'll make sure I've got a power lead. I've got to get that cable. Oh, my bloody sinuses, for Christ's sake. I've got to try and get that cable through. If I'm going to have a hitch, I'm going to have to put some Vaseline on it, you know. Well, Vaseline, I think, is very good, especially if you cycle. A friend said, try Vaseline. I said, how do you mean? Put it between your legs, you know, and you won't get the friction rubbing and so forth. A lot of people sometimes use that. And I thought, yeah, you're absolutely right. It helps, you know, if you go long cycle distances, you know, it's going to rub and you're going to get extremely sore there. And then you ain't going to be able to cycle for at least maybe a few days or so because you're opened a wound and it stings and it's going to be very uncomfortable. Otherwise, when I do put it on, a bit of Vaseline, I tend to cycle around too long, you know. I'm not taking a break. I think next time I'll take the Vaseline with me, just so I can apply a little more sometimes because it kind of wears a little bit and, you know, evaporates, I guess, or such, and put a little bit more on. Just makes it easier. Oh dear. Look at that blue sky. See, they got that right in Aliens. You know, blue atmosphere. Or an atmosphere or something. And it goes up into the stars, into space. You know. Kind of, it's like Titanic when you see that bit where she's looking at the stars. And it kind of reminds me of something like out of Aliens, you know, and then looking at how on a big screen, projection screen, and it's like, wow. You don't see all this video artifact noise that you typically might see. So you get another kind of flicker effect or something, even though the atmosphere is doing that. But it looks so clean and that little shot they do in the movie. Come, Jocelyn, on your flying machine, and it's up she goes, up she goes. You thought it was a flipping chest buster there. The way they did that, it's like you think it's a chest buster. You think he had an alien implanted in him. Oh. Wow. Get away from her, you bitch. Oh, that Queen's pissed off. You blew it up from orbit, didn't you, Ripley? Wow. Let's turn the surrounds on. Turn them on. And turn the gain level. Turn the level off a little bit. Back is all this all over the floor. Very gently. There doesn't seem to have much problem. I've tested that through pretty well. But the problem with DSP audio limiters are they got a bit of a flaw. I'm not sure if all DSP audio limiters have got a flaw because they should not let the sound go any higher, and it shouldn't make any crackle or popping noises or any of that. It should be like it's audio limiting. Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. The audio limiter sounds a little different on the Behringer DCX. It's not as too much distracting to hear the sound, but if you know where to look for it and how to listen for it. Otherwise, it's pretty damn distracting on the NX or the iNuke. It's like they're using the same circuit board or the same software or whatever. Whether it does the same on every, so if I've got 3 of these, and if I put play a certain sound or a sine wave tone or such, it should make a certain signature crackle popping noise, and it's very distracting. It shouldn't do that. It should be more or less like an analog one, an analog audio limiter, and you don't notice any artifact noise. It distracts something that's distracting. So I don't mostly use the audio limiter on there. The audio limiter is not too bad on the Storm Audio, even though it's DSP still. I do notice a slight, but you've got to know what to listen for. Otherwise, it shouldn't be there. It should behave. It should have the same behavioral characteristic to an analog one. It's probably why some people don't really prefer DSP crossover, because they will have a certain artifact compared to an active crossover. And you can still make adjustments to an active one, make bearable adjustments, but I'll take it with a pinch of salt whether the positioning is absolutely, yeah, if it says turn it to that frequency, is it on that frequency crossover slope? Because the only way you check that is on the not with the frequency response coming into the room by a microphone. You've got to check it electronically and then check all the others that make sure they are spot on. Just do say like you could do it with pink noise, or you could do a frequency sweep, and then you would be absolutely sure with a frequency sweep, because if it says that it's set it there, it should be that frequency curve. But it's slightly out of position, so it's like you need to wiggle it just a tiny fraction, and then it's spot on, if you know what I mean. So I'll take something like that with a pinch of salt. But they should have better characteristic, or they shouldn't have any weird artifacts. But everything's got artifacts. Everything's got artifacts. Yeah. Otherwise, I find a DSP very quick, very economic. Not economically. I find a DSP very ease of use, and can just make quick random crossover slopes, because the crossover is what makes the loudspeaker. A loudspeaker is a loudspeaker. It's the crossover that makes the loudspeaker. God, delivery. Oh. Do this later. Okay, that's for the Dolby Stereo. Left total, right total. Oh, Bear's in here. Oh, Bear, he likes boxes. Hey, Bear. Let's open this up, eh? Shake this, eh? Bear likes boxes. He likes. I don't know if you can get inside this one, Bear. Give it a try. Hey. There you go. Hey, Bear. He likes getting in boxes. That's the optical lead. That'd be for the PCM or the DTS. I think he's discovered he can't get into it. Frustrated now, are we, Bear? It's either it's too small or you're too big for it. Oh, he's trying to give it a try. Oh, no. He almost went for it. That's the only size they had there, Bear. That's the only size. So, you know. He's licking himself. because he's frustrated. He's frustrated, yeah. I'm watching you, Bear. I'm watching you. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. Mm-hmm. He licks again. That's all he does is licks. And then he's plotting. He's thinking, oh. Are you thinking there, Bear? Put that box out, wait. So obviously you can't get in it. Do you have a Pepsi or a Coke and something to eat? Remember to keep it tidy. So look at that frequency. Look at that frequency. Oh, fucking focus. Let's have a look at that on the. We'll take the aliens with caution. Stupid fucking HDMI. Who doesn't like Bill Gates? I think I should fucking go to Apple Macintosh or something. More things change. More they stay the same. Stay and remain staying. Bring up the iNuke. I find the word iNuke very disturbing. I find it very disturbing. Right, opened up. Is it even connected? Try it again. Close it. I think it's connected. That's that lead connected to it. Okay, turn it on again. Connect. Wow. Probably wondering what I'm doing. Yeah, you can't do this. Can't do this like quick, fast on a Trinov now, can you? Well, not even the Storm Audio owner. They wouldn't be able to do it as quick as this. Wow. I'm just doing level balance checking. I'm just playing with aliens, mostly. So, I don't know how the sound comes back on this playback. I never bothered. Never really listened to the playback on these videos because I know the sound doesn't pick up very well. So it's very distant sounding. Just using the HF horns and the sub bass extension. Try doing that. So I'm just comparing, just listening to the mix. All I wanna do is have some fun. Sounds very weird. Those HFs put out some good sound.
Get away.
I'm a little bit concerned with what the levels I'm looking at. That's a bloody thing. That's better. Wow. Sounds like a flipping. Sounds like a bloody subway train coming down a tube. That does. Um, so look at it on the RTA. That's turn on. Okay, that's working.
Get away from her, you bitch! 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 You bitch!
Wow.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
Come on! Come on! Come on! Should be that kind of loudness.
Come on! Come on! Come on!
don't usually feel cargo doors opening and then pressing against your body. Mostly. Oh, wow. So let's put that. Turn that fader down. Turn it down. On the fader. So what am I going to do now? Fucking neck. Rig up the Pioneer 925. So I'm going to stop this one. Now, 1. I'll be back.